Hey guys, hello folks here. I want to talk again a little about how you make your teams. You know, what do you do to make a team worthwhile and overcome differences in power? Again, we talked about relative power. One of my guildmates, Kelsey here, his power is 72,000. My power is almost 100,000. This is my main arena team that I run for the most part, unless I'm attacking someone, at which point I swap out to beat them. But you're going to look at his build up here. I'm going to slow it way down. Okay, he's got no tanks, but he's all magic. So, you know, it's looking like, wow, what's going on here? You know, well, I did so much damage to Blaine. Blaine's going to pop here. Okay, he's still alive because we've got the lifesteal. I mean, I've already lost one person. You know, there's a couple characters down. There's the dragons down. Sebastian finally went down. I'm casting again. It's looking great, right? But what's the problem? I'm now facing a fully ticked off legendary. Very close. All the way to the end. 20,000 point plus difference. 27,000 point difference. And he wins. Now, you say, wow, that's pretty cool. We go here to our alliance, and what we're going to find is my record. I just lost. He's been playing at this, and it goes much further for the last, I don't know how long. I mean, he has been tweaking his team just to beat me. But what he's been doing is he's been learning the strengths and the weaknesses of his team. And he's learned what relative power is versus just absolute power. So you may be able to come in and bully someone who's got another what we call a bully team. They basically have no real relative power. They don't really work well together. They're just the highest levels they have, and they're just throwing them at you. There ain't nothing you can do but see who wins out the duking contest. But what we have here and what he did was he showed us a I'm going to play it one more time just because I like it. Boop, boop, boop. Play one last time. Was he chose a team that one started dropping extra mobs. So when Murphy starts dropping hers, and I can't remember the dragon guy's name because I'm having a brain fart because I'm getting old. Has the name. They start dropping characters on the map. Then what happens? Well, my characters, because they're not controlled by me, it's a lot easier when I control things like in the Crusades. They start going all over town and attacking them. Well, then they're not attacking his characters. Well, that gives their characters chances to attack me. So there's lots of things that you can do. You don't have to be the biggest number on the block to win. And he proves that here. Now, he's been tweaking it. But what this allows him to do is go to the arena now with the knowledge that he knows, find other teams, and know he can beat them. Doesn't mean he's going to win all the time. No. It just means that he's had enough practice now that he knows how his team works best. I'm going to go ahead and skip it because we all know the outcome. I lose. But what I also want to talk about, some of these other guys here, they built other teams that are just as good. And so, again, they're running that magic thing. They've got a low power, but they still beat guys that have a lot more power than them. Let me see if I can find the one I'm looking for. I always love Beardo. Maybe it's Buttholes. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. He's got the same team as me. Jorgen's not it. Darth Maul's not it. I'm having one of those bad moments where I can't find the guy I'm looking for. One of the guys here has a team. I'll find it later. But he's using the candy. And candy allows him to take down all these magic teams that you see that defeat me. So they can stomp me, but then they get stomped by a guy lower than him because he's built a team that defeats those. So when you're going into Crusades, it's one of those things. But when you're going into the arena, you're able to handpick your team as you fight. Now, what attacks you, you don't know. So you try to build the best all-around team. That's what I did with mine. It's pretty good around everything. It's got to come out just perfect for you on the other end. When someone attacks me, I know who I can beat. I'm sitting at 11 here in the arena. And, I mean, I've been up, down, 4, 6. I mean, I can get all over. I know who I can beat. So when I'm looking on the boards, I go, oh, I can take that person down. I know who I can't beat. You know, my lowest is 2 the other day. I can be at 6. I can, you know, but then again, I can get knocked back to 14 because the guy that I beat ends up down the road and he comes back. I mean, it's all how it is. But build your team around who's going to be your best thing. Start to think about who plays together. Really research some of those things. One of the guys I was talking to today, he wanted to know, hey, what about Little Red? Little Red is a fun individual. She's down here somewhere. Oh, so fast, so fast, so fast. Here's Candy. I'm actually getting Candy next. That's what I'm picking up tomorrow. Did I pass Little Red? Maybe I did. My screen goes so fast. I'm sorry, guys. It makes me dizzy. There she is. I knew I had her. So Little Red, her skills basically, you know, they do pretty good. They hit enemies, physical damage. But what's really cool is right here is does this massive damage. She starts to shred their armor. And so you put her on a team that's an armor shredding team, and she does great, but really only when you get her past the orange and into her awakening. And so he was putting her in now, and he's like, I'm not doing any damage. I'm like, because she's not going to do any damage until way later down the road. So start to look at ones that'll build up over time. This is a character over time. If you put the effort into it, she can be great. Early on, not really worth investing for a team that you need to, you know, rise through the ranks. Bedivere has a place way down the line, not necessarily right now, way down the line. You know, Krabby, a lot of people like Krabby. Problem with Krabby later on is his ult. He fires it, people move, he misses. Oh well, you know, all the damage he was supposed to do didn't happen. And that's the kind of problem you run into sometimes, is if you're in a arena fight, people die and your characters move up, he misses. When you're fighting in the dungeons or the crystal caverns or caves or what do you want to call it, you know, you're fighting this massive front line. It's not going to move, so you take all the damage for that NPC. But when you get into a real PvP fight, it doesn't matter. You know, Karna, Lover, that one skill that, you know, gives everybody the giant boost of health. I mean, who doesn't like this? You know what I'm saying? Raising her allies' health. I mean, 4,000 plus. That's a lot of cheddar. So think about your team. Think about, can I keep them alive? Can I get them going? I saw a team, and I wished I would have recorded it. They were running Murphy. They were running Baggins. They were running Alma. And, I mean, with all those creatures on the screen, it was so hard for anybody to focus on hitting the actual NPCs. And so they were tearing through people because they couldn't keep up with all the little guys running around. And so it was a great little thing. So build your team. Think about relative strength. And again, you know, arena duels are one of the best places to play around. You know, when you looked at our arena and we looked there are a large different variety of teams that are built all over, and you can really just kind of flip through it and, you know, try different things. Does this work? Will my team beat this? Because hopefully you're all somewhat similar level, and I think that's a great tool. So good luck. Again, ask some specific questions. I'll gladly answer them. Still working on put together a few teams for those of you out there that just want to try something fun. I know I'm building a few myself that I'm working on right now. And I've also got a series I've started on a new server, VIP 0. No buying gems. And let me just say, it's going slow. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy it. Like the channel, share it with your friends, ask your questions, and thanks for watching.